It's 1927. Down in Louisiana. The Bayou. The Big Easy. Home of the po' boy, etc. Anyhow, bunch of local gentlemen are enjoying a little boat ride. At night, with torches. Maybe even pitchforks. I don't think they have recreation on their minds, if I'm being honest. What they do have in mind is a destination. A creepy hotel in the middle of a swamp. They barge in, if you'll forgive the boat pun, and make their way upstairs. Meanwhile, this guy's up here painting a picture and minding his own business, when this angry mob of about 8 dudes starts, Uh-oh. They drag this gentle painter down to the cellar. Upstairs, there's this other lady in the hotel, partaking of a novel called Ibon. I don't think this is a regular book. Probably one of them cursed books. Thankfully, we can hear what she's reading. Apparently, there are 7 damnable gateways located in 7 cursed places. I guess the assumption is that this piece of shit hotel is one of them cursed places. Given what's going on in the basement, the book may be right. This little mob is continuing to carry out atrocities upon our little painter buddy over here. The question is, will this accursed act stop the gates from opening, unleashing destruction and doom upon all living things? Hey everybody, it's your boy Ralph, here at the Ralph Castle, where I give my thoughts and prayers on a specific horror feature. Today's movie is from 1981, and why not? It was a great time for quality horror cinema. This one's another international entry, an Italian picture called E tu vivrai nel terrore la dia, which means, and you will live in terror the afterlife. Some things don't translate well, do they? Thankfully, most know this movie by its English language title, The Beyond. As usual, before I dig down into the swamp for this picture here, I'm gonna give my quick impressions. I love this movie. Does that mean it's a great piece of horror fiction? Or that it has super realistic special effects? Or that it makes any sense whatsoever? No. No, it does not. Not even a little bit. But it just rips. And I'll leave it at that for now. Now, The Beyond is one of them Italian horror movies of the era. These movies kinda remind me of the spaghetti westerns of the 60s. Set in America, had some American actors, but everyone else is Italian. All the dialogue is dubbed. In the movies, we're a bit more wild and definitely more violent than their American counterparts. Same thing with these horror movies. Now, the director, Lucio Fulci, made a bunch of these movies. You got Zombie, City of the Living Dead, House by the Cemetery. These are all super gory and super serious. Everyone's all grim and determined, and this movie's no different. So, after the juicy prologue, we enter the present day of 1981, and some young lady has inherited the creepy hotel from the opening. It's an absolute shambles. She's got a bunch of workers fixing it up, including this hapless house painter. Look at the mess he's making up there. Oh no! He's seen some lady with freaky eyes. This guy don't look so good. But instead of taking him to the hospital, they give him a pillow.
Arthur! Where's that doctor?
Okay, I stand corrected. And here he comes now, in a spiffy beige sedan. I got a name for this guy. I'm gonna call him Dr. Jerk. And here he is giving some of his expert medical counseling.
This man needs to get to a hospital.
He decides to drag the poor painter to the hospital in his sedan.
How can I, check up on him?
Ash me at the hospital.
Now, this lady is concerned for his well-being, so I guess she'll ash him at the hospital. Okay, I'm giving the opening of this movie a bit of a hard time. But honestly, this is part of what I love about these movies. They're just so odd and kind of moronic. Anyhow, this lady, and that's what I'm gonna call her, this lady, she gets on about her day. When this guy, just look at him. What a specimen. The headgear, the beard, the overalls. He's a plumber, there to fix a minor leak in the basement. But when they go down there, it's like she's got the entire bayou in her basement. So he starts poking around and finds that one of the basement walls is basically made out of old chili meat. And, Okay, let's take a quick pause to discuss the special effects in this movie. And frankly, all of these Italian horror movies of the era, they are just delightful. So over the top. But not just that. The fake skin they use does weird stuff with how it stretches and rips and tears. It's gross, but also kinda hilarious. And also, I kinda love the way it'll shift from the real guy to the fake guy. I don't know, it just kinda fills me with joy. I told you, I just love this movie. So this lady decides to take a fancy maroon station wagon down this super long bridge. I think it's the longest bridge in the world. I looked it up. Looks lovely. Then she runs into this other lady. Oh, it's the blind lady.
You are Liza, aren't you?
Okay, I'll call her Liza. Great voice, by the way. Liza gives her a ride back to her place in town. She's got a lovely little yard. Meanwhile, the creepy caretaker at the hotel stumbles upon the plumber. And this other guy floating in a puddle. Both of them end up in this building simply called hospital. In the morgue, of course. The poor plumber. He didn't ask for this. But this other guy, I'm gonna call him Oatmeal Head, because I don't trust him. While at hospital, this dark-haired lady and her daughter are heading toward the morgue. The mother completely ignores this sign warning her, "Do not entry." Alright, before I get into anything more, I'm gonna call this the spoiler line. Interesting philosophical discussion. At what point in explaining a story is it spoilers versus, setting the scene? It is not for me to decide, nor any of us really. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, I recommend you do so. It's only about 90 minutes. If you don't like it, whatever, why are you listening to me? So, this is the plumber's widow, and she dresses up her mushy-faced hubby. Meanwhile, Oatmeal Head over here is stirring on his little bed. The mom notices something off camera and, this strange jar of who knows what starts tipping over. Now Mommy's on the ground. And oh no, the daughter. No child should see this, whatever this is. Oh no, more morgue types are coming after her. And 30 seconds later, she's at her parents' funeral. So I guess the zombies just kind of let her go. All these folks are offering condolences and basically leave her to her own devices, even though she's an orphan. But look, she's got them same lemon peel eyes as the blind lady. A lot of that going around, I guess. So Liza heads back to the hotel. And look who showed up. Speak of the devil, it's the blind lady.
Liza.
And she does this big old exposition dump, talking about the gates, including this part.
Everybody in this hotel disappeared. Every last person. A painter called Zweig.
So, I guess Oatmeal Head's name is Zweig? And he lived in room 36. Write that down. The blind lady freaks out and dips with her cute little doggy. So Liza decides to check out room 36 for herself. Finds a copy of that Ibon book everyone's been talking about. And sees a guy nailed to the wall, just like in the beginning. And runs into the waiting arms of Dr. Jerk. And here's where he really earns his nickname. Now, poor Liza's just terrified. Look at the faces he's giving her as she's telling him what she saw. This guy. Advice for folks out there: don't make these faces. One thing leads to another, and Liza's buddy goes down to the library to try to find the blueprints of the hotel. He gets up on this ladder, and oops. Little tumble there. And oh boy, is this a charming sequence. He's immobile on the floor here. And look who shows up. A bunch of fuzzy spiders. Or more like 2 spiders and a bunch of toys. And the sound effects are amazing here. Now, I'm not gonna show the icky parts because it's not that kind of show. Back at the hotel, the creepy caretaker is cleaning out a disgusting clog from a bathtub. And look who's here, the plumber. Now, this is a bit of a deep cut, but he reminds me of Ortega from an episode of Mystery Science. Don't know if you remember that show, but here he is. And he has ill intentions toward the caretaker. And then, in another episode of Whiplash, the movie decides to go back to the blind lady, in case you were curious about what she was up to. She hears voices and wonders aloud,
Who's there?
it's Oatmeal Head, except this time he brought along some buddies. Let's see, we got Spider Boy, and the plumber, and Melty Mom, and some other folks. Her adorable dog attacks Oatmeal Head, and everything disappears. However, oh no, her dog turned into a puppet and attacked her. Now, I hope you guys are getting the gist of this thing. The whole movie is basically a series of loosely connected bonkers sequences. I mean, most of the people getting killed for no particular reason. Certainly nothing to do with the gates. Also, I'm pretty sure the blind lady was already a ghost. I think she was the woman reading the book in the beginning. Maybe Oatmeal Head was just jealous because she looked, relatively normal. Okay, we gotta wrap this up. So Dr. Jerk has another chat with Liza and gives her even more stinky faces. Then they go downstairs and there's one of them indoor lightning storms. They escape and we get this super cool shot. They go to the hospital, where the doctor keeps a handy firearm. And oh no, a bunch of Morg types are attacking Ms. Liza over here. They find the blind daughter, and then Oatmeal shows up, and blind daughter attacks. Suddenly, they're back in the bayou basement. And that was my cosmic horror scream, by the way. But they're in the painting. They are damned for all eternity. The end. Not much more to say, really. It just rocks. That's it. 5 whole stars. Perfect score. I mean, on the one hand, it's profoundly silly. On the other, there is just no substitute for entertainment value. You feel me? Okay, that's gonna do it for this episode. Anyhow, best wishes for you and yours. Take care, everybody. Bye.